Omingnomes because they're, magical beings that protect the earth and the animals. And so we think that that's a good representation of what we aspire to do. I'm Melissa.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Tony.
And we are Omingnome.
Back in August of 2012, strangely on the same day as him, who came from Massachusetts, and a friend in town who I had known from previous visits asked me to meet this girl who needed someone to produce her music, and that was Melissa.
Someone saw us just improvising and asked us to play their Halloween party. So we agreed to it, even though we had never actually made a song, and Eric was playing drums with us. And yes, we showed up and we just improv'd for the whole set, and then from there got asked to play another show, and it just kept snowballing from there, and then we decided to write material.
One of the main influences that we've experienced as a group is the band Gong, which is kind of an obscure band from the early 70s. And they use a lot of whimsical elements to their music, so that's kind of made its way in a lot.
The first song we wrote was Radio Gnome. And we wrote that when we were jamming one day in his bedroom, and we all of a sudden hear all these cop cars outside, and there was 6 cop cars outside, right outside the house. And so we were playing music, and at first, we thought, oh no, we're being too loud or something, the cops are here, because there's just flashing lights. And then we realized there was something else going on. And so we wrote that song. We were the cops are outside, but we'll be okay.
They keep jumping and they keep stopping. The cops are outside, but we'll be okay. They keep jumping and they keep stopping. The cops are outside, but we'll be okay.
I play the theremin, and it is one of the first electronic instruments ever made. The only instrument you play without actually touching the instrument, so you're just waving your hands around it. And one antenna is controlling the pitch, and one is controlling the volume. And it kind of works like a radio, where it's just picking up frequencies, and you just interact with it, and it makes sound. 3 words to describe our music.
Funky works. Even if it's not in the traditional sense of the word funk.
Maybe experimental, maybe collaborative.
Peanut butter curry.
When 3 beautiful elven girls drifted seductively towards him.
Shows, people were most of the crowd was skipping around in a circle, and whatever happened there, I think, is something we
the crowd really bonds and interacts with each other at our shows. And we have gnome hats that we brought on tour, and we sell them at our shows, or just let people borrow them for the evening and wear them around, and that's always fun.
And early on, we did some stuff with poetry where people are spoken word, and we would just kind of play off their words. And I think that's something we'll continue to do at shows. We might have someone just come up there and say their little thing, and we'll improv off it. Me and Tony, we both ride pedicabs, so we're literally in the streets of Savannah for a good amount of time sometimes. And so I feel it definitely makes its way into the music. And Savannah, compared to many cities, I think has a very calming atmosphere.
Savannah being a small town, it feels like friends, family, you're just playing to these people you love, and it just makes for a really unique experience at the shows.
Greetings, Earth people. What you are witnessing is a Kickstarter for the group known as Omingnome.
I think it was 2 days left. We made half of our goal. Yeah. So up until those 2 days, and we were doing the Kickstarter where you don't get anything if you don't reach your goal. So we were kind of biting our nails, but it was like all of a sudden 24 hours left. It was 13 hours left.
I think there was 13 minutes left.
13 minutes
when we
left.
passed our goal.
We passed our
Literally
goal.
I had been researching what the best bus with the best, engines were, transmissions and everything, and this wasn't the one we expected to get. I mean, it ended up being this really strange shaped bus on eBay. And no one was bidding on it. So I was kind of was watching it. I was like, all right, no one bids on this. We might want to consider it. And sure enough, a day was left. No one was paying attention to it. So we put a bid in and we got it. And we woke up one morning and we tried to go. And we were literally pushing the bus. We were trying to push the bus uphill.
In a drought. It started raining.
Yeah, of all times. Santa Barbara, it's pouring rain on us, and we're trying to push a bus uphill. Somehow it ends up going eventually, and instantly around one turn gets stuck because the bus was too big to make the turn. We actually have a clear-cut winner of the whole tour. It was in Corpus Christi, Texas. So unexpected. We played there on a Wednesday, and we were like, all right, weird place, and we pull up to the venue before anyone gets there, and we find out, oh, it's outside, and all right, they kind of built this little stage, and these people there are such a supportive, beautiful music community, and they just put on such a great show for us, and we were the last band playing that night, which sometimes when you're on tour, you always hope a local's going to finish, so people stick around, but more people came out as the night went on, so we liked it so much that we actually left our last weekend of the tour open. So on our way back, that ended up being our second to last show on the way back. We booked another show with them, and that one was even better.
A lot of people who travel themselves, or it's like they're used to hosting travelers or being a traveler, and you kind of start to learn about these networks.
There was this guy, Matt, that I met, and he grows orchids for a living in 5 different places of California. He just travels and grows orchids. And he donated to us and really helped us out along the road.
Just being in the same space with each other all the time, it's like we go out and we plant sunflowers together and we cook together. We talk about our emotions and our spirituality and everyday stuff, and we just have a lot of conversations that I think make it into our music.
One thing that we should focus on is not necessarily just putting it out into the music, but letting what we want to come across in our music happen to us as well. It's not just about the listener.
I hope the music heals, either directly or through whatever means we might be working on, separate from music. When we left for our tour back in mid-November, we called it the Year of Healing, and the first part was the Caterpillar tour, as we're going through the stages of the Butterfly. And the Caterpillar tour, kept us going and going and going like a caterpillar might. And we got back, and now we've entered the cocoon phase. The caterpillar in the cocoon completely dissolves before becoming a butterfly and turns into a liquid, and we're somewhere around that liquid right now. We have a new drummer we're working with now. We've hit a point of definitely questioning, all right, why are we musicians? Why are we doing this? Why are we together? And it's to create what's being created now, which is a new album in the works.
We do have a music video for the song Beyond the Shadow of a Doubt coming out early June, and it was something we just filmed on our own when we were stuck in Las Vegas. We all went out to the desert and got creative and weird.
And every drop of rain reflected in you.
We have Omingnome.com, and our music is all on iTunes and Bandcamp. Walk barefoot.
Always.